Yeah! Get up!
What is up, everybody? I'm that one guy, still riding the Fat Bob. We're here in December. It is early December, but I still got the Fat Bob. Still looking to make that decision on what bike will be my next bike. Would I have that next bike if this bike was already sold? You know what? I'm gonna say yes. If I had sold this bike already, I would definitely already have my new bike. I've made the decision in my head. So when you're watching this video, you're just anxiously waiting. You probably, if you follow the channel frequently, you know that I've ridden my top two bikes, and you know you've been given some feedback about them, and I'll have a video released next week, really in depth about how I feel about those two bikes. But we're going to talk about some bikes and some bike / motorcycle situations that make me laugh, because we've got to ease the tension a little bit. You know, I'm kind of feeling that desire to get this bike sold so that I can get out and get that new bike, which is undetermined on which one that is. Leave it in the comments if you think you know, out of the two bikes that I released test ride videos on this week, which of those two bikes do you think that one guy will end up with? Leave it in the comments if you think you know, and you'll find out soon enough, I think. Hopefully, if not by the end of the year, right at the beginning of the year. I'm not going to make any guarantees because, you know, these things do take time, but decisions have been made in my brain. We're just waiting for the numbers, the finances to be all in place for me to make that change. But what bikes am I talking about? What bike am I talking about besides what's important right now, which are those two bikes that I had test rides videos out for this week. The bikes that I'm talking about and the bike situations that I'm talking about are ones that make me laugh, and I already mentioned that, but what I'm talking about specifically are those motorcycle movie moments. Yeah, that's right. You've seen this segment before on this channel, movies and motorcycle moments, and I'm back. But this time we're not going to talk about bikes in particular. We're going to talk about those situations in movies where a motorcycle was involved and you laughed. Maybe you didn't laugh, but I laughed, and that's what's important on this segment, is what made me laugh. I hope that they made you laugh too, because these situations here were pretty funny, and these are going to be quick hitter ones, because, you know, you can, when I'm not talking about the motorcycle itself and I'm just talking about the situation, let's just roll the clip of the first one. And the first one is from the movie Nacho Libre, starring Jack Black, and here's that first clip for you. Alright, who does not love Nacho Libre? Leave it in the comments if you don't like that movie. I was a big fan of Jared Hess, I believe is the name of the director of Napoleon Dynamite and of Nacho Libre, and I just freaking love both of those movies. And I love Jack Black on that little trike, that little reverse trike. I don't even know what you would call one of those, but it was close enough to a motorcycle that I could mention it for this video. The second motorcycle movie moment is super classic. If you haven't seen this movie, you need to see it, because it's just one of those classic comedies that I think everyone should watch, and that is Dumb and Dumber. And if you know what I'm talking about, if you've watched Dumb and Dumber, you know what I'm talking about as far as movie motorcycle moments go, because this is an iconic moment. And let's show you at least one of the clips that include the motorcycle that I'm talking about.
Okay, let's go, buddy! The taxi's ready. Somehow that comes heaven. It's when I find my head.
Alright. The hog. Oh, what does he say? I got 80 miles to the gallon on this hog. Oh God, I love that. I love Dumb and Dumber. You might not like it as much as I do. You might think it's funny, but it's not one of your favorites. That's one of my favorite movies of all time, as far as comedies go. And trading in the Shag and Wagon for the hog, classic movie moment, and one of my favorites as far as motorcycles in movies. Now, this next one doesn't include riding the motorcycle, but it does include many motorcycles, and that is from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Here it is right here.
I'm trying to use the phone!
Did anybody tell you that this is the private club of the Satan's helpers?
Oh. Well, my mistake. Guess I'll be on my way then. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
What another classic movie. I don't know if this is as classic as I think it is, but for me, I used to watch this movie all the time when I was a kid. Large March used to freak the crap out of me watching that as a kid. And just that movie, oh my gosh. So many quotable, funny, and just memorable moments from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. You know, it's followed by Big Top Pee-wee, which I don't think I ever watched all the way through. I don't think I really needed to because, you know, I don't think that's nearly as classic as Pee-wee's Big Adventure. But that is the other one. And let's just get right to the next one. The next one comes from the movie Hot Rod with Andy Samberg. And here's a clip for you.
Kevin, did we reinforce the takeoff ramp? No, we didn't have time.
Now, you might notice that these clips are a little funky, and it's because if I play the clip all the way through without kind of breaking it up, then I'm going to get a copyright hit on my video. So I just wanted to let you know, if you think it looked a little funny, then it's because of that. But, oh my gosh, I love Hot Rod. That's another one of those movies I don't think is, you know, widely liked. Kind of a niche comedy. But I'm a big fan of Andy Samberg's, and I'm a big fan of Hot Rod. That movie to me is hilarious, and there's so many good moments from that movie. And maybe I'll throw. Here's my other favorite moment from that movie that has nothing to do with motorcycles, but hopefully it'll make you smile a little bit. Okay, all right, enough from Hot Rod. Let's move on to the next one, and that one, it comes from Rush Hour. Here it is.
FBI, I need this motorcycle. Wait, man. Get up.
Maybe you haven't seen Rush Hour in a while and you don't remember that moment, but oh my gosh, Chris Tucker, who I'm sure didn't actually do the stunt, but the stunt double for that just nailed it. I love that moment. There's also a similar moment from the movie, kind of a clumsy bike moment from the movie The Italian Job, and I'll show you that clip right here.
I think it's his first time riding that bike, though. You okay?
Now, again, this might be another guy who isn't universally liked or loved as far as comedy goes, but I love Seth Green, and I love him in The Italian Job. Italian Job came out sometime near Ocean's 11. I know that it was kind of like one of those times where heist movies were a big thing, but I love The Italian Job. I might love it even more than I like Ocean's 11 too, but that is neither here nor there because it doesn't have anything to do with motorcycle movie moments. But while we're at it, let's get into one last movie motorcycle moment. This last movie moment comes from a musical, and you know how I feel about musicals, and maybe I did save this one for last for that reason, but it is from the movie Little Shop of Horrors. And here comes the moment at you right now.
That's when my mama said.
What did she say?
Now, as a kid, I don't think that I realized that this is something that couldn't actually happen, but it is freaking hilarious as a kid, and it's even funnier now as a guy who actually rides a motorcycle to see this thing happen. You know, he's so sadistic and he's so just perfectly evil in that movie that it makes that moment from Little Shop of Horrors even better. But guys, I hope that this movie motorcycle moment segment put a smile on your face. Maybe you laughed a little bit, maybe you laughed a lot. Put it in the comments if there are motorcycle movie moments that I did not mention in this video that make you laugh. Share it with us. If you've got a clip, a link to the clip, put it in the comments and help us out. Put a smile on our face. I would appreciate it. But that's all I got for you today. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit that like button, and or if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Guys, I'm that one guy letting you know that if you're out there riding, be safe. And if you're not riding, get ready. This is that one guy, and I am out.